This is Bruce Sweaton with the Herald Review Media. We are talking with two members of the LA Broncos who have been part of this thing since its history. Sir, you are?
My name is Claudio Campas, and my father, Ruben Campas, along with his best friend, George Brown, had started this tradition of playing since 1970.
And you are, sir?
My name is Ruben, and I've been a part of this since 1986.
And what's it like to see this legacy that your father's created continue?
It's a beautiful thing to go ahead and have gathered the community to come together, and for us for many years having from the 70s, the 80s, and throughout the 90s having great competition. And now after that part, and then going into the 2000s, just keeping the legacy of what Mr. Brown and my father had done to go ahead and have such a tradition to continue, even though it may stop here and there. But for as many years as we've been here, it's a great pleasure to go ahead and give back to the community, to go ahead and give scholarships out to the Douglas High School athletes, kids who are going on to their next level, or in their endeavors to go ahead and help them with that.
It's been my understanding that this all started over around the drink. So they were out drinking and talking about, let's play baseball and my team can beat your team. Is there any truth to that?
And there's a lot of truth to that. I think that's probably how I was conceived, but at that point, it was a beautiful thing where, yeah, they talked and they said, hey, let's get together with our brothers and say, let's get a game going. We want to go back and see our brothers graduate from high school. So with Mr. Brown, my father, with the family that they have graduating from here, they said, well, since we're going down, we have a team. And they were playing in East LA with the Broncos, LA Broncos. So when they came to visit back for Memorial Day weekend, they came here to go ahead and play against their brothers. And I believe their first game was out in Porterville. I may be incorrect, but for them starting there, and the legacy started.
And Mr. Mata, what's your first memory of this game?
It's being on the bus.
The bus?
Coming,
it's what, an 8-hour drive, 12-hour drive from LA?
Yeah, 12-hour drive.
Leaving where we played Little League in New Temple Park, leaving the park at 5:30 in the afternoon, getting in the bus and just looking around, just seeing what kind of baseball is that. You know, you're seeing different people, different faces that you never knew, and you just in the back of your mind wondering, man, I wonder if I'm better than that guy. I wonder if that guy's good. And that was my best memory. And then drinking on the way over here, it was just a nonstop party from Friday night to Monday morning.
And over the years, some lifelong friendships, relationships have been developed, and I mean, it sounds like that there's some serious relationships as far as friendships that have been developed because of this series.
Without a doubt. I mean, that is the present reason why Mata, Jesse, Joe have continued this legacy of what Mr. Brown and my father had done for what they enjoyed of how Mata stated, the fact of the commute coming here, and then the welcoming that we got from the whole city of Douglas, for where the fire department, police department, it made us feel like big leaguers when we drove in, because
we would get escorted in by the chief of police of Douglas
to the VFW they had menudo in the morning. As young as we were when we were, it was at that point, and then with the relationship with the city, with family, with new friends, players, from player to player, from even back when I was a child, to have seen Aurelio Rodriguez to play here, Cantu, even Fernando playing with us out there, and Fernando Valenzuela playing with us, and
Almani.
Rest of soul, and played in Almani when we did Labor Day weekend. So with the relation with the great team from Douglas, to go ahead and continue to do this, meeting their families, having dinners at their houses, walking them into their home, how can you not appreciate what the legacy started with over around the trees?
So you guys get here, what, Saturday morning, and you say all day Saturday, all day Sunday, and go back Monday, or what?
Oh, we'll get here. We will get here early Saturday morning during that time. And at one point, we had 4 buses coming down because we had a Douglas
A Douglas contingent.
Yes, Douglas contingent Douglas Club from LA.
Okay.
Where they would go ahead and sponsor and get have dinners, dances, and everything else to go ahead and help support to pay for hotels and everything else. While we're young, we never had to pay a dime just because of what Mr. Brown and my father, for them, how they coordinated, and then coordinating with the coaches and people who were organizing here in Douglas. And after so many years, they said, let's go ahead and start playing in LA. So they made it from Memorial Day and a Labor Day weekend.
So this team from Douglas is going to go to your place
Labor Day weekend.
Labor Day weekend.
And I believe that stops with 2020. Like right about COVID,
So they don't do it anymore?
No, pre-COVID, it kind of
Okay.
It phased out. It faded out.
But you guys still come here, so it's kind of a one-way trip now.
Yes.
But still, are you guys happy to be here?
Oh, definitely. We wouldn't be here if we weren't. And just a welcoming, as Douglas, even from that day one of that, I remember as a child, or being the bat boy here at this point, and then to be continuing to play under the eyes of our baseball gods up there, and especially with the people who've passed and who've gone on, but we still honor for those people to go have been. And that's what, I believe that is the reason why we're honorable to go ahead and be on this field today.
Well, thank you for being in Douglas, and thank you for what you guys have done for help making this game what it is.
Yeah, we appreciate you for all the years of you.
It's hard to believe it's been 40 years for me.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I started this coverage in '86.
Wow.
When he first started.
My first year.
Yeah, so I've watched this game play over the years. I knew Ruben, I knew Sergio, and it's been a long time watching this game grow over the years, but at the same time, the one thing that's changed is the faces has changed, but not the chemistry.
Right.
I think so. You said
So-
that very well.
Well, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.